Studies have shown that it doesn't matter why somebody doesn't use drugs or alcohol. It doesn't matter why. As long as they don't do it, the results can be the same. We do not want the first consequence of bad behavior to be a lost scholarship, a lost job, interaction with the police, expelled from school. And that's what we're seeing right now. So we're trying to come in early on.
Something I see now versus a generation ago in young teenagers when it comes to substance use is that it's becoming more of the popular thing to do amongst, and it's heightened to a level of, in a sense, of competition. Whereas before it may have been sort of in leisure. Now it's more of how fast, how high, how often. It's become more toxic, more dangerous, with little knowledge of the repercussions, and so that makes it even more lethal. And they're taking a greater chance than maybe, again, a generation or so ago.
At the state level, local level, and national level, we've looked at prevention efforts for many, many years. And I would say with limited success. When I came into the field 27 years ago, crack cocaine was the big scourge. And we've recently evolved into prescription drugs, and most recently into heroin and fentanyl, with access to prescription drugs being limited.
A couple of years back, I started to do some interventions and some sober coaching, some life coaching, and really got to see what was going on in the high schools and in the middle schools, which was, a little bit frightening.
So marijuana, we get a lot of questions on that. The heavy use of marijuana has increased dramatically since 2008. This is what you need to know. Just like our corn is genetically modified, the marijuana today is not your mom's marijuana. It's not your grandparents' marijuana. It's at a ridiculously high THC level. And with the advent of these vaporizers that you see kids doing with nicotine and all that, what parents don't know, what schools don't know, is the kid sitting in the back of the room that's vaping what they believe to be nicotine is in fact vaping a butane ash oil, it's called. It's a concentrated form of marijuana in a gel. It doesn't smell as bad, the smell dissipates quickly, and it can be smoked through these vaporizers.
Most parents, smart parents, good parents, loving parents, have no idea that the opiates that they're getting at the doctor, their family dentist for 30 years, he wouldn't possibly be giving me something that could be harmful. People don't think it's a problem because the kids are going to use them to study or to do this and to do that. And typically they have beneficial results. But like anything else, it becomes addictive. You can't function without it. A lot of parents don't know that it's a stimulant. Well, what are you kidding? My son is ADHD, so the ADHD drug they take must be a downer to bring them down. No, completely counterintuitive. It is an amphetamine. It is speed. But what happens with these kids is they put all that stuff out there. They put out this image that they want to portray. So if they're smoking a little bit of weed, they may have, bongs and pipes and pictures of weed. No, because it's this image that they want to portray. Well, guess what? That might be real cool with the 6 kids you're hanging out with. But now, you have a band scholarship lined up, and the band director from University of Florida pulls up your page and says, is this kid we want? No. Or I don't care how many home runs this kid hit, he's not coming to University of Alabama. We had the University of Florida quarterback this year get kicked off the team for 1 year. And what kids need to understand is that's not even the college that kicks them off. That's this difficult thing called the NCAA. You violate an NCAA rule. Don't tell me that it was a mistake. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. These kids need to understand that when you make certain mistakes, that the consequences mom and dad can't fix, your coach can't fix. Nobody wakes up one day and says, hey, you know what, I think I'm going to shoot heroin. That's just not how drug addicts start. We don't start there. We start over here and we get there.
Most youth that are at risk of developing an addictive disorder often start making their decision to use early in their teens, mid-teens, 15, 16. And we know, research-wise, that the younger that they start experimenting, the faster the disorder develops.
If we can postpone use from age 12 up to 24, very limited chance that they'll become addicted, which is fantastic.